Better get everything ready for tomorrow.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going. It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menancia's.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town, though.
Does that mean eyes were burning holes in us?
Let's dispose of the trash.
They smite with blackened blade!
A comfortable win. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast!
Huh.
No choice. Here I come! Burn in hell!
Down on the ground!
Steering
Eat this!
How do you think his armor?
Save you!
I'm not done!
Healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
So much for sitting back in their defense now!
Glad you had your uses.
I'm on a roll now! I'll show you how useful I can be!
Swallow blade!
Negative change!
Back to me! In an instant! Impact claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Point fire!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Do it! Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
My turn!
Armor won't save you! Watch
I'm
this!
not done! It's over!
Come on! Swallow blade! I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
This could be useful.
No backing down!
Strike!
Don't mind if I do.
You're mine! Strike!
It's a duel of the arts.
Strike! Burn in hell!
Flying free!
What can be done?
Still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
There!
Rending you apart!
Leave the enemy harder
Sweeping
to
them up
me.
is a one-man job! No complaints here!
Searing flame!
Strike!
Burning
Strike! Those are impressive skills. They took a life out of me. You know, I'll have to keep training.
All good things come to an end!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Here I come!
Rolling strike!
Talon storm! There!
Hey! Blow them away!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out! Now you see what I can do!
Charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You picked the wrong fight!
Now I'm in the groove!
For the weak spot! Damn it!
The enemy feels ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
All minute you hear it now!
Benediction
Now you see what I can do!
No escape! Now I can let loose! Vacuum blade!
These fists have got your name on them!
You're mine!
There! Do it!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'm only getting
Resonate with the I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Swallow dance! Now I'm in the groove!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Let the marksman handle this! Not on my watch! This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth! Vacuum blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact block!
We work well together.
Here I go!
Like a finely timed waltz. An
Do
astral
it!
art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
My blackened blade! Swallow blade! Can't get out of
Do
sight!
it!
Goodwill! Demon's descent! Flashing fang!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Don't get careless!
I'm surrounded! Don't tell me!
Ignite!
Touch field! Art expert, penetrate!
Watch this! If it cools up,
You go!
time to get out of the way!
Here I come!
I'll smash you!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle
Charge
it!
like that could easily be
All
fatal.
yours!
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Laser field!
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Eagle ray!
Vacuum blade!
Here's evil!
Punch!
You're mine!
Tear you radiant light! Force the regeneration!
You're mine!
Regenerate! I really owe you one.
Ignite!
Do I thank you, your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty. Eagle ray!
Vacuum blade!
Come on, wall now!
Take it!
Super swallow dance! Regenerate! Hurricane!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Heal my weary soul! Get it to here and now!
Force blast! Strike!
Eagle assault!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xion? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Elusive deity!
And you have to aim for the right area on their back.
Where are you going?
done! I'm on a roll now! Exploit the enemy's weakness! No way! Stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Far enough! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Could have been worse.
Try harder! Here I come! Vacuum blade! Rending you apart! There! Bloody howling! You're mine! Negative shift! Come one, come all! Talon storm! Here I come! Strike! Heal! Now I can let loose! Burning strike! Slide! I'm on! Mega ray! Take this! Get from the way! Watch this! We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep
Armor won't, don't worry, because laws are. Resonate with the earth. First strike. Stalagmite.
You're finished.
Do it. Inferno.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Now. Can you take it? I'm not done. Deity. Rotating pile driver. Slice.
Here I go.
Blast.
Do it!
Luna Rondo. Thank you. Anything in armor is all mine. Do it. You're mine. Tempest Crush. Eat this. Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part.
Courteous, aren't you?
Stay calm, as I provide assistance.
Where are you going?
You see what are those rocks that skid?
Go for the weak point!
I'm just getting started! I'll smash you! Evil God! I'm ready! I'll tear you apart!
All yours, Kisara.
Radiant Punch! Here!
On your take this! Carve through armor! Air pressure! This one's all mine!
Annihilation!
Eater!
Mega ray!
Here I come! Swallow dance!
Where are you going?
Bullseye!
I'm ready!
Nuts!
Get out of my straight line or you'll get hit!
Oops! Right! Sorry! Thanks! I'll tear you apart! Take this! Air pressure! I'm on it!
Scream bathed in blood.
Rending you apart!
No art of being interrupted.
I never miss!
Rolling down! Everlasting thrust! Evil ray! Ignite! Take this! I'm on it! Ready? You made quick work of it!
Want me to pick up your slack gun?
Just pointing it out! Escape! Take this! Begin! Catapult!
I've been doing really great lately.
see what you've got.
You're mine! Talon Storm! Swallow Blade! Freaking does it! Far enough! First strike!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
Swallow Blade! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Dragon Shout!
Here's the healer!
This armor won't save you!
First aid!
Back regenerate!
Yeah, appreciate the concern. The sooner you stop thinking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir!
Flame of Fury!
Radiant Light! Regenerate! I'm ready!
Lock! Get toasty!
First strike!
Right, next one!
Already on! Heal!
Healing Circle!
Power surges I'm not good!
You're
Finish! Burn! Slash! Catapult! Denied!
I'll heal you
Take this!
all!
Talon Storm! Crush! Finish!
Healing Circle! We've all got enough on us.
You're mine! Yes, ma'am! I'll finish you here and now! Demon Lance! You're mine!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Right, here goes! Eat this! You're mine! Can you take it? Armor won't save you! I'm not done!
Without a trace!
Dragon! In the group! Sharply you! Oh, now the clock hit a word! Eagle Ray!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Hey! Blow them away! I'm even stronger than before.
What's this thing?
They smell escape!
I never miss!
No escape!
Now burning
Vacuum blade!
Here's the evil!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact claw!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Slice! Void flash! Void flash!
Here goes! Radiant
Take this! Strike! Strike!
I'm ready!
I'm not done! Strike!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Strike! You're finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
Confiscated!
Eat this!
By the power of water!
Not today! Okay! Rupture! Here I come! Crush you! Talon Storm!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Dragon Storm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! First aid! This one's mine!
When did I get so popular?
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Escape! I'll tear you apart! I'm not done! I'll smash you! I'm not done!
Gravitas Shield!
I'm ready! Swallow Dance!
By the power of flame! Finish without a trace!
Denied! Talon Storm! No escape! Slash!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning!
Try harder! My turn! Take it! Strike! First strike! Vacuum blade!
Go!
Away!
I'm only
That
good radiant here!
On your first strike!
Will this help?
I'll tear you apart! Take this! There!
Healing Circle!
I'm on a roll now! Here I go!
Take Bolero! Lunar
This one's all mine! Do it! Burn in hell!
Ready and ready! This This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now!
That armor won't save you!
Lunar Corruption! Lunar Blast!
Do it! Deity! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Callous. Calcified. Calaglia.
What kind of poem is that?
A sparse one. Guess I misread the landing. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Don't mind if I do. Radiant Heat Jerk! Where are you going?
Eagle Ray! You're mine! Escape! Portal Blade! Burn! Vacuum Blade!
You're mine! I can carve. They got me flanked!
Down on the ground! Here I come!
Drilling for them.
There!
Cannon Flame of Fury!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Eat dirt! First strike! Come and
get it!
Voice Slash!
It was nice while it
Dragon
lasted.
Swarm!
Here
I come!
Anything you do it! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Not a chance!
By the power
You see
of
what
water.
happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that.
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily. Both of them contain Earth astral energy. Luckily for me, this area is rich not only in fire energy, but Earth as well. My word, this must be the work of Providence. Prova what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Man, I'm famished.
Out of our way!
Resonate with the earth. I'll smash you!
Lunar Corruption!
On your
Lunar Blast!
Swallow Dance! Swallow Blade! It's showtime!
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going?
Oh, now you're talking!
Dragon Swarm!
Armor won't save! Watch this!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Now I'm real mad!
This one's all mine!
First aid!
Burn! Take this! No escape!
No
Do it!
You hear? Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Will this help?
Strike!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon hurricane!
First aid! Do it!
What a relief! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
So I still had room to grow.
Coming through!
Eat this!
Can you take it? Portal Blade!
Inferno punch!
No escape!
Ready and ready!
There!
I'm on it! Come and get it!
First aid! Go for the weak point!
Now you see what I'm on a roll
knocked
now!
down on the ground!
Tectonic strike!
No escape!
Eagle ray!
There! This one's all mine!
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I shall ensure you survive this!
Marksman handles it.
You picked the wrong fight!
First strike! Whirlwind descent!
You're mine!
I'll heal you
You're not
all.
done!
Talon hurricane!
With the vacuum blade!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Do it!
There you go.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Discourteous, aren't they?
here I come!
This one's mine!
Come and face me!
Flora!
Deity!
Here's a hero!
I'll smash you!
First aid!
What a relief!
Take this! I'm not done!
I'll get it here now!
Vacuum blade!
Rotating.
There!
Dragon shout! Burn! I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon Swarm! I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go. I can't heal you forever.
Here I go!
There! I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Talon
Here I come!
Resonate with the earth!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Talon
Freeze
I'm not
laser.
done! There!
Talon hurricane!
Vacuum blade!
I'm ready!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis. I'll heal
None
you
can!
all.
Nothing gets by me! Now I'm in the groove!
Hear my
Power
will.
won't save you!
And I'm mine!
Dragon shout!
Flame blast!
Flame of
There!
Fury. Do it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
What's with that shining foe over there?
This one will be difficult to predict.
Where are you going? If it's in the sky, it's mine. Confiscated. By the power of flame.
The flame inside!
This one's mine. Pressed and ready.
Here I come!
I never miss.
No escape! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here I
My
go.
turn!
And again.
I'm on a roll now!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Now! Here I come!
Lunar corruption!
Void Blast! On Dragon Shell! I'll take you all on! No escape! Swallow Blade! Flash Blood!
I'm only getting back into the fray!
You're finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zeugles? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm ready!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! There!
Amazing.
Vacuum blades!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
I'll bring you back from death to biz!
Void blast!
Fancy of lightning! Gemini Aqua!
Good!
Where are you going?
Escape!
Just
Here I come! Strike!
Alright, first aid!
Strike!
Showtime!
take
Dragon
this!
Swarm!
I'll finish you here and
Vacuum
now!
blade!
Flame!
Glitter blade!
Chinese
I'll
supernova!
smash you! I'm just getting
Dance
started!
in the wind!
You're mine!
Air thrust!
Not today!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Swallow dance!
A wailing dance of
Swallow
lightning!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword
There you go!
and with
Don't
the
let up!
flame.
Shion.
Inferno Punch! Ready and ready!
A clean surge!
I can carve through armor!
Vacuum blades!
I can't lose!
Eat this! Talon
Lightning
Hurricane!
orb!
Void blast!
Raging cascade!
Light!
Take Bolero!
Void blast!
Let's tear him up!
Magic is
Now,
dance!
while it's reeling!
Take it down! Dance in the
Vacuum
wind!
blade!
Annihilation!
Dance! Swallow blade! You're finished! I'm not done! No
A
escape!
wailing banshee of lightning!
Take it! No escape!
Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right,
Now!
next one!
Here I come!
Already on! Take this! Now you see what I can do!
Void blast!
Swallow speed!
Talon Storm!
Freeze lancer!
You're mine!
Atomic Punch!
I'm not done!
Super Swallow Dance!
You picked the wrong fight!
Talon Storm!
You're mine!
It's showtime!
Vacuum blade!
Hurricane! Now you see what I can do!
A wailing banshee of
Damn it.
lightning is mine!
First strike! Come and get
Here I come!
Fierce evil!
Strike!
This'll come in handy!
Try harder! Not a chance! Strike! Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Dragon Shell! Raging storm! Annihilate
Strike! Void blast! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help? Raging
I'm
storm!
not done!
Talon Hurricane! Anything in armor is all mine! Finish!
Let's do it!
Vacuum blade!
Back into the room! Celestial Swallow Dance!
Here I come! Ball! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Here come more.
We'll just have to keep fighting.
The
enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about that! The power of flame! Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Take this! Ignite!
We're good to go!
Come on! There!
I'll tear you apart! Talon Storm!
Now!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Will this help? Healing circle!
I really owe you so much for sitting this
Reinforcements
fight out.
incoming.
That wouldn't be all coming after me!
I'm coming, Renwell!
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Lightning orb!
Vacuum blade!
Let's go!
I'll finish you here and now!
Swallow blade!
Mega ray! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well
Not a
done!
chance. Strike! Burn!
Now or never.
Swallow blade!
Strike! Arch steel!
I'm not done! It's over! Here I come!
Here and now!
Swallow!
Not my finest.
Winds of heaven!
Stay away from my
Burst forth!
friends!
There!
You're mine!
Sealed! I never miss!
You're finished!
No more playing nice! I'll bring you
Take
back
this!
from death to bit!
Strike!
Lightning orb!
Next!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion act. Really looks flustered.
I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Here I come! Swallow
Please now!
blade!
I'll Now!
I'll be
Here I
leading
come!
this one.
Anything in armor is all
Here's a
mine.
healing struggle. Ready. First aid.
Super swallow dance.
Mega
I
ray.
can carve through armor. Now I'm in the groove.
By the power of flame.
Oh, now you're talking. I'm just getting started.
This one's all mine!
Hurricane.
Ignite!
Anything in armor is all mine.
I can do this all day.
You're mine!
I got my magic.
Strike!
I'll smash you.
Thanks. Sleep now.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am.
Shiny swallow dance.
Here I come!
It's showtime.
No escape! Strike!
Big blast.
Vacuum blade!
A chain between heaven and earth. Reload.
Here I come!
A wailing banshee of lightning.
Lunar Rondo!
Divine savior.
It was nice while it
Force
lasted.
flash!
It looks like you got this one covered.
I'm on it.
Reload. I'm out of ammo.
No
I'm
escape!
out of blast.
Dare!
Annihilation. Tempest.
Water
Lightning.
You're mine!
Eat
I'm
this.
not done!
Hear my call.
Demons descend. Flashing bang.
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
I hope this medicine works as promised. Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
I'll heal you all. Still got some.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alvin.
Watch and learn! That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what? Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
I can feel my power growing!
Hey, is that it over there?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me. Always loved the sound of hammers banging away. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Shion? Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own? She's not over there. Where did she run off to? Shion. Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case,
Then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shionne. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shionne, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens...
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
when this all began. I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Help me!
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Helfen.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys... You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in, then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams. But a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shionne.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shionne. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renins, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that! You're going to jinx us!
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shionne's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shionne? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though. You too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.